today.
Hello, we are streaming from off location today.
Yeah, very much mobile podcast. It's your boy Omo.
Oh yeah, we using aliases. I forgot. Omo in the building.
Omo is not. It's not an alias. Y'all know what it is. You can find me on IG OMO underscore young boy with two eyes. But I'm not trying to promote myself at the moment. You know.
I
Took my man, the number one royalty, started from the bottom, been here since day one. Tafari.
what's happening? I appreciate you saying it right, cause it's been a lifetime of getting butchered. I called them at work yesterday, or 2 days ago. I was like, all right, my flight, the roads are too icy. I'm not gonna make it back.
Right.
Just call me out. I will let you know I get an updated flight. And the girl just goes back to the phone. Okay, but who is this? I'm like, Tafari. Y'all call me T for short because you can't say my name. I work on the other side of the building. And she doesn't even code. If I hear in the back, do we have anybody here who works by that name?
Wow.
And I hear my supervisor. I know what it is. Just put them through.
Wow.
I was like, Rob,
They don't even know you work there like that?
They know who I am, but like when I say my name over the phone, it's just like, I told my supervisor, Rob, we need to have a serious talk when I get back.
What's the worst way your name been butchered?
We was at a track meeting. This dude said it like 3 or 4 different ways every time he called my name. Actually, you get called at tracks when you on deck, when you in the hole, and when it's your turn. So I got called 9 different ways in like one day, and I had good old football Mama D on top of this dude's neck. It's Tafari Bakari on deck.
Wow.
Jafari in the hole.
Nah, you playing.
Tazari, you're up. I'm like, dog. At this point, me and everybody else at the long jump pit is like, what? How do you?
They said Safari.
I was like, dog, Safari is the easy one.
Oh my
I
god.
remember like when I first transferred to Ocoee High, they put a J on my name and I scratched it out and put a T. And when I handed it on my teachers, they're like, why'd you do that? Because that's how it's spelled.
Right.
Are you sure? Because I'm like, that's what they put on paper. Doesn't mean it's correct.
Right. Man, I can't even think of how badly my name been butchered. It's been torched.
Yeah.
But
I done heard some bad pronunciations.
sometimes I think about it, I'd be like, you know what, let's not even try. I used to stop teachers. They used to be like, I was like, Deji, just call me Deji. That's what people call. Say it one more time, Deji. That is real simple. Like, let's not make it nothing more than that. How do you say your first name? Adedeji. You don't need to try. Nigerian names are hard.
That's what trips me out. You break it down for them and they still don't get it.
It's because it's not something they ever had to process. When you hear Bob and Robert and Billy and John and Steve, you can't pop up an Adedeji and then have that function in their brain.
That's facts.
That's like 2 + 2, and then it ended up being 8. Like I get it. I'm at 8.
That's why when I got this new job, everybody's like, how do you? I'm like, just call me T for short.
Yeah.
And then when I get the drivers who get angry on the phone, I had one dude last week. No. I heard him on my buddy's phone next. No, bro, I don't want you. Transfer me back to the other dude. Because his system kept messing up, but he thought I was just doing this to him personally through like the will of God.
Why?
He's like, no, what's your name, bro?
Oh, he was just mad that day then.
He was mad. I was like, you're not going to be able to say it, but I'll tell you. No, bro, what is your name? I told him. All right, look, Brian's finna say that too.
That's how I be, though. Them people be like, all right, man, I'm going to report him to his supervisor, and when I report him to his supervisor, he's going to get fired. Like, how bad of a day you having that you want to get me fired? Like, I got to get checks too, bro.
That's how it is. When people be going off of me, I'm going to report you. Say my name.
Say my name, say my name.
It's that's what I thought. Click.
That's fine. You know, we keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to have you on, man.
I'm glad I finally made it up here. I didn't want to just be lounging this time. When I came up here, I wanted to make the best use of my time.
Like a creative shit, like we some natural hustlers. I get it.
So 10 years from now, this will be a throwback story before you get your own big studio in place where we all shooting in other people's
That's
locations.
the dream, man. I got the office. We gonna have hella podcasts in that junk. And it's just gonna be a fun environment, you know. Make ourselves a little studio, and you know, we just get crazy. Cause
Joe Budden, you can't hold the throne forever.
You're damn right. Stop. I wish we had a soundboard, cause they gonna be saying Omo. They gonna be saying Omo. But that's enough of the story. So why we got Tafari on? And, you know, besides that, you know, he came up here up north, to the north, cause
North side.
I don't know why you would do that when you live in a beautiful state of country of Orlando. Not Ocoee after what I seen on your
It's not even that bad, honestly. I still hang out at that location because it's like I'm still a Pokemon Go nut, and that's like a hot spot for it. But I went and sat in one of the meetings. I was like, I'm under the radar. Y'all don't know who I am. Let me just poke everyone's buttons and then flew the coop right after.
Yeah.
So people was upset, but I'm like, y'all can get mad, but you can't find me.
Right. You don't know my address. I move state to state.
Basically,
You know, I'm the Migos.
I technically don't even live in your city. I'm just here to press everyone's buttons.
Jump across the country. So we have Tafari on today. Let's actually get. We done. We're gonna be playing around the whole episode, but
basically,
Tafari, a YouTuber, a young, and I like to call us young entrepreneurs, a creative in his own sense. What else we got, Tafari? Man, you do video, you do skits, you do spoofs, you do educational.
I just do whatever comes to my mind or whatever I am asked to inquire about. Or sometimes people send me stuff and I'm just like, certain things I'm like, okay, I might touch on a topic, but I'm not just that guy. Like, I have one friend, I guess you can consider a female hotep, and she just tags.
What?
She just tags.
Tell me some of the wild stories about her, bro.
She's not. It's not that she's wild. It's just that like.
No.
I would say that I got put in a very uncomfortable situation with my previous relationship in school, and for the strong friends out there, I understand y'all. This is why we keep a journal. And at a time where I needed like a friend to just be like comforting and relaxing, and all I got, she legit was screaming in my ear. Like I'm already in my room, like y'all gonna shoot me for this. Who was it in Boys in the Hood that was crying and just swinging on air?
Boys in the Hood. I think that was there was Ricky.
Ricky got shot, and then
Dre, and Doughboy. So it had to be Dre, because Dre was Cuba Gooding Judah, right?
Yeah. I was basically Dre sitting in my room against the wall, huffing and puffing with tears in my face, because the whole day just went bad. This is the day I got chewed out to my face by our school's president.
Oh, wow.
I ran into, right after that, I was like, this day can't get worse. Ran into a previous flame, and I was like, well, might as well. I'm already at Bikini Bottom. I was wrong. I hit rock bottom like 30 seconds later.
He said Bikini.
So I'm in my room.
He said Bikini.
I was at Bikini Bottom. I'm like, this can't get worse. Boom, hit rock bottom. She basically just like dissed me like right after that. So I'm in my room just. I'm like, I don't. So she calls me. She's like, are you okay? I saw what happened. And next thing you know, it's just like screaming in my ear. I had to put the phone away. I'm like, I don't need this right now.
Wow.
And then
wait, before we get any further, please explain the noun hotep.
It used to mean somebody who was very pro the diaspora, but now it's got a very negative connotation because the ones who have the term applied to them they just overdo it. Like basically, when it comes to the black card, it's like having draw for an Uno. You want to save it for a valid time. You can play it on the first turn, but the whole table's gonna be looking at you like, why? Like, bro, what you going so heavy for?
Because you need to be extra. Drama is all about timing, and them hoteps got impeccable timing.
Like one of my homeboys said it best. I'm so tired of hotep heroes who want to come in at the most inappropriate times. So she'll just tag me and stuff. Like, you should make a video about this. It was one dude, I forget which football player it was. It was a table full of black dudes, all had white wives, and they all was like, cheers, more light-skinned kids, because the wife was pregnant. Wow. And she just tagged him like, am I supposed to just like put on pads, come out of retirement and fight everybody or like one-on-one? Like, I don't know what you want me to do.
Hey, man.
Like, when I see the situation is fit, like, one dude I follow, technically is a hotel, but I don't agree with everything. I don't know if you know Tariq Nasheed.
I don't.
He makes valid points. However, when he started the whole, yes, there are like racists in the gaming community, but when he tried to play that card during the Madden shooting, everybody was like, stop. And then he was like, no, y'all some sellouts, and I'll be trying to help y'all. I'm like, dude, we get it, but this is not the time. That dude, he got shot because he won. This wasn't a black thing. This is not the time. Put it back in the deck. Stop.
Hey, man. Sometimes I feel like people push the content so hard that they don't even care about the climate of the time.
Exactly.
So it's like I know it's going to get hella clout, but I'm going to do it because I need the attention right now, and I need whatever comes with it.
Yeah, so I try to just, whenever I see something that draws my attention, I'm like, all right, I can do something about this. Like, whether it's like drama or some black stuff or some anime stuff, or or even like Kingdom Hearts 3 dropped, I was probably the happiest person on the planet because I've been waiting since 2001. If your kids get in my way, I will fight them.
Kingdom Hearts 3, that's the video game, right?
Donald, Duck, Sora,
Right,
Mickey,
right.
that stuff. So
You know, I don't play video games unless they're sports. I'm one of those.
I couldn't, man. I played too many sports to be like, I want to play this, simulate in my free time. I was one of them kids. Give me my Jack and Daxter, my Sly Cooper. What else did Naughty Dog? My Spyro, my Crash Bandicoot. Which I'm eventually going to join the Switch gang. I'm being peer pressured, but
Mario Party,
yeah.
Double Dash, and
You know, I never played Double Dash.
Mario Kart. Wow. I don't know. There's been a debate out there. A lot of people think that, like, the original Mario Kart is one of the best racing games.
I still got it at the house, and we still be like about to fist fight when somebody lose.
But Double Dash is equally just as good. And I just want people to start giving GameCube the respect it deserves.
I heard y'all arguing. I don't know how they did GameCube.
I'm
like
telling y'all, bro, it's just completely disrespectful. PlayStation 2, like, y'all realize there would be no Mario Party if there wasn't a GameCube. Like, GameCube was the system in the early 2000s. Y'all could have it in the mid to late 2000s. PS2, you could have it
Yeah,
in the late 98 to about 2004. Give me GameCube all day. You got Mario Party, you got Luigi, you got Sonic Hedgehog, Sonic Heroes. You know,
I'm not gonna lie. I had that was like the start of my Sonic binge because first game I ever played was Sonic on Sega, Sonic 1. Got Heroes when I was in. For you new kids watching, there was a place called Blockbuster where we used to rent video games. So
the same thing as Redbox, but just in a brick and mortar, if you know what that is.
I was 9. So this was my 3rd grade birthday party. We rented Sonic Heroes, and we all got just slapped around. Now that I'm older, I understand how to play it. Then got Sonic Adventure.
Riders was fire. If y'all don't know about Sonic Riders, I wish somebody would pull up that game because I'll give anybody the smoke. Let them know about me.
Then I had what was it? Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
Yep.
Had the link cable so it could go to my Game Boy.
Yep.
Had the hacked action replay. So my child was max 99 coming off the Game Boy and just winning all the karate contests in the garden and all the races. I cheated like a mug on the GameCube.
That's a damn shame. I don't know. For whatever reason, I just never liked the feeling of cheating in a game. I don't know why.
It's not so much cheating. It's more like them tasks that it's like, if you grinded it, you would just have a lot of wasted hours.
But I like the grind. That's what life is. It's a grind.
I like it for certain aspects, but like the Chow Garden, for some of them, it was like, all right, I got to go in. You got to do a whole level, get these numbers of animals and these little vile things, feed it to him. Well, he's only going to get this much, and I got to do that like a couple 100 times per Chow. And if you make it fast, you can't make it strong. If you make it strong, you can't make it fast. So now you need one to win the karate contest and win the race contest and do all these things. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to max them out in base form, and whatever they evolve into, I'm going to go and skill for that.
Ain't nobody even breaking down the game like that, my blood.
That was not... That's
my
not,
G,
that's not even
my partner.
That's not even the main game. This is the Chow Garden. This was a side piece, which in the Game Boy games, you had to... If you basically lost all your rings at the end of the level, you now had no money to spend on feeding them.
You're speaking a foreign language to me. Super Smash Bros. On the GameCube, bro. I don't even want to hear about the debate versus game.
Oh, games like Smash and like Mario Sunshine, no cheating. It's straight up 100% grind. But as far as like the little like mini games you add in here, that you want me to add another 150 hours plus? No, I'm gonna take a little shortcut and then work the other half of the way.
I don't know what happened. Why we always gotta do this to ourselves?
Was
there a shortcut when I was in the gym, or I should say on the field, running routes in the blazing heat, just trying to get ready for football season?
We've determined football camp is literal slavery.
But that's besides the point. You know, I'm getting emotional because...
Look here, sir. When we were younger, they sold Game Sharks and Action Replays. I didn't know what they were when I bought them, and then I saw what they did. I was like, I'll only use this for like certain games I've already beat, and maybe the data got corrupted.
Right.
But if you go to Sonic Adventure 1, 2, or Sonic Advance 1, 2, and 3, there are certain parts of basically there's like 20 levels in Sonic Advance. You gotta find 15 chows in each level, which means you gotta play through it There's no map, there's no guide, so you're just playing blindly, possibly wasting all your lives. I mean, you got to start back at the beginning of the game.
Right.
So stuff like that was like, all right, I collected the Chaos Emeralds, I unlocked everybody, I 100% it. But finding all 15 of these little brats, I'm gonna need a shortcut. I can't.
So are you telling me, Tafari, that you were a video gamer before the video gamers?
Yes, but before we got paid,
so you saying
before we got paid for it on YouTube,
you saying you should have been on? There should have been a Twitch back in the day, huh?
Before Twitch went and shot itself in the foot, yes.
Or Ninja? Oh well, now it's Ninja, I guess, right? Is it or Mixer?
It's Mixer, but Twitch is wild lately.
Well, that's because everybody and their mama think they can play video games.
Not even that. It's just some of the stuff that people get in trouble for versus you got people on here dropping hard ERs and literally flinging cats or spitting on their dog, and it's just like, yep, them thoughts is okay.
Yeah.
Days you talked to a little too ethnically, 30 days suspended, can't talk. Twitch done. Partnership can't. It's like dumb stuff. Like one dude got he got banned for filming the bathroom at a convention. And it's not like he was watching people pee. The cameraman just followed him through the door, and then he was like, all right, cut it. We can't be in here.
Wow.
Banned.
It wasn't even his fault?
It was his cameraman.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even his fault. So we got Tafari on here. We talking about, we hopping around.
Yeah,
but
we tangenting.
It's okay. That's what
bros do.
That's fine. We haven't seen each other in person in a while. So, YouTube. Why?
We were in, middle school. I think 06, YouTube finally got popping.
Right.
So we all made accounts, and we were in a computer class, and we learned how Windows Movie Maker worked.
Mm-hmm.
And we had this other app called Pivot, which you make like stick figure animations.
Right.
So we were all anime heavy. We were just like, let's see who can make a video this week and get the most views. And this is back when YouTube still had like it was almost like MySpace. You had like the little discussion board. You could post on people's walls and DM each other. So we would just post videos like, all right, who can get the most? Like, oh, I got 10. I got 15. Cool. I got like 20. Mm-hmm. And then I just like never deleted the account. And I was like, you know what? Why not?
I see, because it's what? Tafari Toon.
It was... It was my nickname, my initials, and then just got, so it was TYFARI GUI. It was TY Guy in the beginning, and then I just like, let's just go to Tafari TV because that's too much for people to type in.
Tafari TV is a lot simpler too.
Yeah,
as part of social media, as you have a simple handle, it's a lot easier to find you.
Basically.
but anyways, back to like why. So you just like this? Is this something I want to invest in? For what reason?
Honestly, the skits became like therapeutic towards the end.
Really?
Because we had the little private Facebook group before the teachers infiltrated it for school, and I posted like a couple like memes in there just to be funny, and people were like, you should keep that up. I was like, all right, so let me do this like once a week on a Monday just to make like the start of the week suck less. Then I saw the dumb clout chasers of the world who got popular on the internet. I was like, I can probably do this. Let me give it one shot. So I posted it like the first week of school, my first skit, which was like, I think, different, I forget what I even called it. It was basically people of different years of college. So it was like the freshman year, this is how you are. Sophomore year, junior, senior, super senior. Mm-hmm. And I was like, all right, y'all tell me how this is. If it's not funny, I'll never do this shit again. So then I was actually with our host at a soccer party before I got busted and we all had to scatter like roaches. And
is this the one where I almost got tased?
Was this our senior year?
No, definitely not my senior year.
I wasn't at this one then. This was like one of the first times. This is probably the only time I had been to that house. We'll come back to that. Put a pin in that. But yeah, so I was like, all right, so let me try and get more creative with it. And then kept going. I was like, all right, so these are funny. Let me see if I take these out of this group page and if I started posting them. And I was like, let me see. And then this guy I've been following since like middle school is a dude named Daystorm Power.
Yep,
hilarious, makes a lot of music.
One of the OGs.
I know. I will always see King Batch as his friend because they kind of came up together, and I found.
I don't even know. I think King Batch ripped off of Daystorm.
No, they were like best friends. Like they basically like came up together, and he was always like Batch was always their friends. Like, bro, if you doing a skit, let me know. Bro, if you doing skits,
okay.
I want in.
So you need friends like that.
So
you need
Batch was just always that friend who's like, if you doing something, I want in on it. Let me in. Kind of like what we doing now.
Right.
So Batch was just eventually got big on Vine. So Batch is his own man now, but I'm always gonna look at him as Dave Storm's friend because
see, I only knew Dave Storm. That's crazy.
that's how I was. If you ever watch Equals 3 Ray William Johnson growing up?
No.
He was like the first big major YouTuber. I found Batch and this dude It's Real 85 because before reaction videos got popular,
Right.
basically Ray was what Tosh.0 and all those other shows became.
Really?
If you made it on Ray and your viral video got picked, you suddenly had a new flood following.
Okay.
So I found Batch through that, but Dave Storm, back to what I was saying, Dave Storm basically was like, if you're gonna do content, open your accounts. Nobody wants to be like, hey, that skit was funny, and then come up to a locked page.
Exactly.
So I was like, all right, let me unlock my page, and I started getting more people coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So it blew up, got in trouble a few times at school, got fussed at a few times at work, at various jobs. And I'm like, technically I didn't do anything wrong, you just morally don't agree with what I'm saying.
Correct.
But I wouldn't be saying these things or talking about things, as you'll learn if you watch me after this, if there wasn't stuff to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have fueled this fire, I'm just another twig in the blaze.
So the question I always have when like jobs and like school and stuff get into, because now we're getting into a new world where multiple people can have a voice and they can make money while still having a regular 9 to 5.
Exactly.
Why is it that you think that jobs or schools will basically tell you how to basically try to control your content?
I don't know why that is either. Like, especially in what I majored in, like the tech field,
Right.
the tech field right now is like that kid who got invited, luckily, by one of the cool kids to the party and is now trying way too hard to fit in. Because
You think?
every interview I've gone on, it's like, okay, but you got to be professional, you got to be here on time, you got to dress nice, and you can't have any wild stuff on the internet. I'm like, this is IT. People don't know you exist until something goes wrong. I've been
Right.
here for 6 months. I've seen you all of 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
All of which I've had to go and basically fix things before you got here. So,
My thing is that
I feel like they're overselling it on their professionalism when really, you mostly are like hiding behind the secret door.
yep.
Like, if you put if you want to put in relatable terms, if you watch The Office, you saw their IT guy all of twice. How many times did they do like a company-wide thing? They all went out to the bar. They all went out to drinks. They all went out to dinner. IT guy was never there.
You're right. Look at how they was flaming Elon Musk just because he was on the Joe Rogan act. Like he's a nerd. He's a geek. Like
Exactly.
like what you want for her. Like
we can come in different fashions.
yeah,
Especially
exactly.
Our IT department was, I was a fish out of water there because most people there don't have things like social skills or friends
Right.
outside of the professors who are low key pimping them. And game recognized game. Our professor's like, oh, if you guys have any ideas, you want to put out there, come with my company. We can license them for you. I'm like,
Yeah.
are we really that stupid? Am I the only one in this room who's like, that sounds like a pimp move?
Hey man, all licensing is the key to success. Is to license your products.
Licensing, branding,
I know,
patents, all of that.
I know, like y'all think I'm just talking, but like, just wait and see, because Suburban Kings will be licensed. I'm just saying it.
Yeah, I had a homegirl. I went to Essence Festival this year. My girl Marsha has her own little black-owned business. Shout out my girl HGC Apparel. Sorry, no free promo. But she has.
Hey, you called it out. Oh damn.
Look at you. Did you just?
It's not in range. I'm gonna keep talking because I don't need to hear myself.
I'm just saying because she has hooked me up in the past, so I do owe her that much. But she has licensing on all her brands. She caught people outside of Essence, like security. I guess they get a list of who is and isn't licensed. Security brought her boxes of her knockoff clothing from outside of the festival.
What?
Like outside, like if you went to the Buck Stadium and y'all were like broadcasting inside,
Yep.
and it's like they brought you a box of fake Suburban Kings t-shirts.
Oh, that would be wild. I'm suing.
Because some hustler on the corner had them.
I'm suing.
And she literally was on Instagram with me in the background like, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I get paperwork. Y'all cannot legally do this to me or I will come and find you. And then I go on Rainbow and I'm looking down at my shirt. I'm like, so I messaged her. I'm like, Marsha, ain't this your She's like, send me a video and a picture of the location. I got some work for them. So I've heard brands be stealing from people, but until I saw it with my own eyes, you will not be surprised who will steal your whole persona.
Everything. Yeah, that's why you should always, if you think it's valuable, you should definitely register it with the state and all that stuff because it protects you legally. If you don't do it, if you don't do it in the course, then you don't have any rights to it. I know I've heard that story from one of my other guys too. He was actually on the podcast, but yeah, it was crazy. It's crazy how people will see you having some type of success and then they'll just steal it or try to bite your name. But that's besides the point.
The success is you really gotta have it self-recognized too, cause
Yeah.
Because the problem becomes like when I see people in town that I ain't talked to since high school. So, oh man, I see like all the stuff you post, like you're mad hilarious and blah 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 blah. I'm like, I haven't seen you like not do one like, retweet, tag,
Man,
one share. But again, the other dudes who you ain't get no free clout off of this one. The other dudes who I told you about who basically have like mimicked my whole shtick. I see them like on everyone's timeline. I'm like, they didn't even go to school with us. Y'all have never met these dudes, but it's like, oh, these are the Kings of Orlando. I'm like, I've been here literally at the same exact time.
I think a lot of it is that people like to support faces that they like subconsciously. People like to support faces that they don't know, because if it's somebody you do know, you always look at yourself and you're like, damn, I could be doing a lot more. Like honestly, like this dude decided to put in the work and I'm just out here sitting. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the times people look at what they've done and y'all grew up in the same environment and y'all probably had the same passions, the same visions, whatever it may have been. But you decided to be fearless and you was like, I'm gonna go get it. And that other person decided to be comfortable. So a lot of it is like subconsciously they hate. So they don't even, like in their own brain, they can't even go on a phone that makes it so easy for us to get paid a like, a share, anything, literally. And that's a matter of seconds. Subconsciously, their brain is telling them like, oh no, they don't need the clout. They got it. They're getting it from somewhere else.
Basically, I think the first time I hit 1,000 views was I did the You Name It challenge in my dorm with the waffle and the peanut butter.
That was fun.
and actually, our host in the back, thanks Allison.
Shouts out to Allison.
What is it? I think
congrats to Allison too. She just recently got engaged.
And she finished grad school.
And she finished grad school. Yeah, so she becoming her own boss chick. Shout out to Allison.
Yeah, I posted that video, got like 1,000 views. I had her, a bunch of other people, my aunts, uncle people messaging me like, "You got a place to stay? You ain't got no food in your fridge?" I was like, it was a joke.
It was a joke.
I owe my roommate some more waffles, but like all our food was behind the fridge.
Right.
I'm going to Mama Deezy's crib, our football mom.
Yeah.
But people, what tripped me up the most is I had a girl from high school message me after that. Basically, oh yeah, I see you doing your video thing. You doing so good. And
that's the most weakest lie, boy.
Here you go. And this is the catch. Okay, but I'm struggling. You know, I got kicked out of my apartment and blah 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 blah. And I was like, I ain't got it.
Yeah,
and
I was like,
and then she added, oh, and I'm pregnant. I was like,
bye.
weren't you like a proud lesbian like the last like 6 years? How?
What? What? You lying,
No,
boy.
I'm talking about for like 4 years of high school. The only man I'm ever gonna look at is Chris Brown. Other than that, every dude can get out my face. I'm like, so did Chris finally happen or
what? Oh my God, Tavares, you gotta stop playing with me. Man.
I do the Steve Harvey now. I come back 3 days later. You still need help? Oh no, I got it. Cool. Click.
Man,
block. Delete.
Tavares, don't do me like this,
Thanos.
man. Don't do me like this.
And then there's certain people you be wanting to help, but you see that they just need like a little assistance, and then they just don't get it.
Yeah, they don't.
Like I got one of my homeboys who I ain't gonna say his name either. I got my podcast. Get you on. I tried to help this man numerous times. I'm like, I'm gonna just watch from a distance.
Right.
You know the people who every time you talk to them, they just overly aggressive for no reason. Like you try to talk.
What you mean, Tavares?
Like that.
Hey man, I don't know what you talking about, bro.
Basically, like what was it? Like you know who RDC World is, right?
Yeah, I do.
So basically, they video dude. He does music sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, hey, anybody out there with some beats or got a track I can get on, let me know. So I tag my homeboy,
right,
and he DMs me immediately. Appreciate the shout out. Don't tag me in that shit no more. I ain't trying to hang out with nobody who like they buy followers. I was like, that's Av from like the RDC group, right? And they just start saying, nigga, I don't know who this RDC and all these other internet niggas is. Why you keep texting me?
RDC.
I was like, dog, you realize he has 2 million on YouTube.
The way
if your track gets put in the right footage, that is basically you possibly making it.
Yeah.
You guys, like, I don't do the internet stuff, dog. I'm like, but you kind of got to if you want to get out. He's like, you right, man. I was like, I'm just, you know what? Never mind.
RDC and his team, the way they blew up, that is like inspirational.
Dog. The fact that he's our age too,
bro. That's what
graduated same time as us. That pushed me even further,
bro. Like, imagine he just was like, guys, I feel like we should just do this. Like, we could do this while we even go to school, bro. Like, it's not nothing, bro.
Mark,
I went on TikTok the other day, bro. This man got like over 7 million followers, bro.
Already?
Bro.
And you know this, I've seen their TikTok. The skits they posted are from like...
Oh, way back. Way back.
Like when they just were posting them on his personal Facebook page.
But that's fine. The TikTok, that's new people that don't know. Because, you know, TikTok is really just like the younger generation. Like, for whatever reason.
It's Vine for the new kids.
Yeah. TikTok blew up for like Generation Z and whatever generation. I don't know any other.
Mark Phillips is the GOAT. I was watching a interview he did recently. And... I remember seeing it happen. I didn't know it turned into anything when they did the Dreamville sketch, and it was a partner paid promotion.
Man,
because I watched what was it? Kendrick and J. Cole followed him in the same day. So he recently did an interview where he's like, "Yeah, y'all don't know this, but like one of them skits I made was literally Kendrick's idea." I was like,
"What?"
He's like,
time out. Time out. What?
I will show you after we get off this podcast. He's like, "Yeah, Kendrick FaceTime. Him and J. Cole followed me the same day." Kendrick, I don't know how he got my number, FaceTimes me, and he's like, yeah, you should do the skit like da-da-da-da. He's like, so I tweaked it, put it out, didn't even at him because I didn't want people to just like it because Kendrick said it.
Right.
And it blew up and went viral. And I'm like,
bro,
this man has made godlike connections more than I ever thought he would pop. Like, just the fact that he has his own convention with all, like, my favorite creators. Like, King Vader, hilarious. Daquan Wilshire, who, like, I won't say close and personal,
you're just talking about people who just so, like...
Like, I found Daquan on Academics before he took YouTube seriously. Me and him would just DM each other like, yo, that was hilarious. And he'll just, like, when he followed me at graduation, said my name all kinds of wrong, but...
Hey, tomorrow, don't do it like me like this.
And then the fact that, 2017, he followed me, started taking YouTube seriously. 2019, this man blew up enough to buy him and his kids a house. So I don't watch too many people come up to be like, nah, I'm gonna just quit. I'm like, it's there. I just ain't found the key.
You gotta get it pushed. Yeah, you gotta push. And it's just content, you know what I'm saying? So let's take a quick anchor break because we've been going for a little bit with the YouTuber.
Oh yeah, Deja got bills to pay.
At Tafari TV. You're right. We got bills to pay because we're trying to make money on these streets. All right, Anchor, do the damn thing. So we back. I hope y'all enjoyed the ad. I don't know who did it, but
we are back. We have returned to the off-location recording. If you're watching on camera and the quality's dropped, I'm sorry. We went from what, an iPhone? What is that?
This is the XS Max.
Yeah, I'm on a 7.
Yep, and you know we went from 4K to 1080p, so it shouldn't be too far of a drop. But if you feel like you're not with us, you still are. You know, just bear with us. It's the early grinds.
Tough break, nigga. Anyway, so we were discussing connections.
Oh, we were
off air during that commercial break.
Okay, so let's talk. Let's spit about the connections, sir. The connections of people, or are you talking about the connections with the equipment?
Just equipment, people, all the people we have linked up with on our journeys.
Oh yes, sir. Let's talk about it. I'm always willing to talk about connection. You know,
you go first. You guys have had like face breakers and partiers and all kinds of people on your podcast so far.
We've had a very assortment of cast. Good question, Tafari.
How did you find these people, or did they find you?
It's funny because a lot of these people are from Streamwood. So a lot of people in Streamwood is hustling. They're trying to get out the gutter. Yeah,
I respect that. Streamwood is a city of hustlers.
City of hustlers. So it's just people. It's people just trying to build together because that's the best way to become successful. You gotta build a little community, and hopefully that community can turn into a town. Then that town turn into a city. Then that city turn into a state, and then the state turn into a country. You know how it is. So right now we in the baby steps. Right now we have our little community, the royalty. So shouts out to y'all because we still making podcasts. I mean, y'all still listening.
Facts.
So, but yeah, it's just a lot of people that have the same passions, and it's hard when you make music and you're a local artist, but you don't necessarily have another platform besides, like, obviously you have all social media, but you don't have another audio or visual that people can see. You know, not you rapping, not you anything, just you talking. You know, so
Right.
it's like a personality. They get to know you. Oh, go ahead and stop on by the Suburban King, and then it helps that I'm a little bit of a extroverted person and I'm a little bit creative, and I can tend to pick up people, pick up the slack where my other cohorts can't. So, but they know people too. They just choose not to. I don't know. Maybe they don't think they're interesting. I always encourage them to bring whoever is on. So,
I feel that.
yeah. What about you, my guy?
Man,
Because I don't know if your connection has been there, but the support you've gotten from people who made it, I'd be like, yo.
That's just it. It's not even like I don't reach the amount of people I want to, but the feedback I've gotten from people who are up there is usually, excuse me, it's actually pretty amazing. So first major shout out I ever got was my guy Daquan Wilshire, who is hilarious.
Mhm.
IG is at Take My V Card, and that's what it is. Don't question me. So I used to just because I found him when people used to go to academics before
Yup.
Complex when they got him out the way.
Yeah, yep.
But followed him and I would just start commenting all stuff like, yo, that was mad funny. And then I was on his live. I was like, yo, low key, bro, thank you for just being yourself. Like you and the way you act got me through my last semester of college. I graduated Saturday, and this man spazzed on his live because he had like a second phone where he would go to like roast people on live.
Right.
He's like that's what I'm talking about. Let me go follow my man to whatever Pokemon your parents named you after. Let me go follow my dog. And then he actually gave me feedback when I did the whole Nike boycott sketch. He's like, I'm actually in my gray sweats right now, so they can keep crying. So he'll hit me back sometimes, or I'll message him. He don't always hit me back, but that's how it is being up there. You don't always get back to everybody.
Right.
So I consider him a friend of mine because he actually supports me and I support him.
Right.
Then politics was, I don't consider myself political. I just help where I feel like it's needed. Found out my city's evil ass history.
Mm-hmm.
So found this dude on the side of the road with a sign basically asking for votes. Went on, I was like, something told me, let me just go on Facebook Live and see what he's talking about. People might want to hear him. So it's this dude in my town named Mr. Oliver. He's like, I tried to run for city council. We know we used to be a black town. Some people came and burned it and killed a bunch of people and basically took it over. Now we celebrate Founders Day every year.
Mm-hmm.
So started helping with his campaign because I'm like, y'all kind of need help on the social side. So he wins by 40 votes. And then this other guy comes up to me and is like, your name's been thrown about City Hall. And I'm like, by who? Because I ain't trying to get followed on the way home and like disappear. So he's like, no, we got this other dude, Mr. Brinson, who's trying to go and get. I'm like, all right. So I helped him. Boom, 10 votes. And that's how that whole, if you watch the last video I posted, that's like 5 minutes long. That's how that all popped off.
Right.
Was 2 versus 3 arguing about our city's history, celebrating that terrible festival on the 100th anniversary of the people you stole it from.
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
Straight disrespectful.
Which, some of the stuff I left out of there, because I ain't trying to, like, again, come up missing.
Right.
And you can't really come at people's spouses like that without some repercussions.
Yeah.
But I found out our mayor's wife is actually the descendant of the dude who fired the whole first shot. I couldn't trace it because I ain't paying Ancestry.com that $50 fee.
Wow.
But yeah, connections
Connections
like crazy.
Off the sweat of your back, you figure that stuff out.
And our other host is here. Tyler Martinkus is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Tyler, back in the Disney, he played offensive line, but now he's just an average Joe like everybody else.
He's got a big boy job. Are you holding a crock pot?
Yeah, I made ribs the other day at work.
He made ribs the other day at work.
Nice.
Nice.
So, yeah, as far as that, and then just other people, like, I'm not close, but if I reach out to him, sometimes he'll hit me back. There's a guy by the name of Rizza Islam who,
Yeah, I know who that is.
yeah, so bought his book. When he got arrested recently, I feel like everybody was just trying to rag on him. So I was like, all right, let me see what he actually did. And then I looked it up, contempt of court, $100,000 bond. Meanwhile, people were doing whole 3-hour live streams just to get the Facebook super chat revenue. And I'm like, all right, let me just go and put this out there. He gets out and DMs me. He's like, I saw what you did. I appreciate the respect and you putting the truth out there. And I definitely appreciate you, soldier. I was like, okay, so people are actually like seeing me. Mm-hmm. Then I put that last video out about my hometown. He hit me back by that one. And then Godfrey, the comedian, hit me back. It was like,
Godfrey, hilarious.
the dude is hilarious. And then he was going off, because he was going off about some festival in, was it Holland, Zwarte Piet there?
What happened? Where all the kids got shot?
Not where the kids got shot.
I mean, all the people got shot. I'm sorry.
Not the people got shot, but it's like, it's supposed to be Sinterklaas, where basically everyone walks around, and they're supposed to be elves covered in ash, and they basically went down the chimney first. So Santa didn't get any on them. He said, okay, that's one thing, but why does everybody walk around with Jerry curls, pink lips, and like a fully black makeup? That Short the Pete is racist. Clearly, because you guys have people from different Caribbean islands there who you do this.
I did not know that.
You do this, so he's been putting them on blast for years. So like, Godfrey, if I can get your feedback, I'm about to do the same thing with my city, and he couldn't watch me. He was like, man, just do it, just go for it. So just even small little 2-word statements like that. The cats are fighting. If you wonder why we're looking off screen.
Yeah, I know.
All in the bag.
Get up out the bag. Get up out the bag.
Gomez is disrespectful.
Get up out the bag.
Hey,
Get up out the bag. All right.
he'll stop.
Yeah, I know, I know.
See, he gets bored.
I'm not worried.
Yeah, so I know I'm blanking on some people, but so far, people in my hometown, Godfrey, Rizza Islam,
Right.
Corey Holcomb, who I found his podcast through one of my other comedians, Ari Spears, getting his ass beat on live on camera.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, this is how I found Corey Holcomb. This is how me and him linked up. Ari Spears got in a fist fight on his podcast because he was wild, and like if you watch it, he was kind of out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So dude kind of goes in on him, and then I see him on Twitter. He's like, "Wow, Corey friend really snuck me last night." So then Corey's on Twitter like, "Nah, you was overdoing it. You stepped out of bounds, and when it came time to sell them wolf tickets you put up, you got beat." So then he posted something from Ari's special, which is. It's a song he does with like a parody character, but in it he like kisses another dude, which is kind of weird if you've seen his other stand-up. Mm-hmm. So everyone was like, "Yo, what is this?" I was like, "The special is called Hollywood Look I'm Smiling." Corey follows me, and I look at the tweets before. I'm like, "Oh, I just fueled the whole beef. I didn't even mean to do that." So I started watching his podcast after that, and I was like, "I feel like y'all could do something with these freestyles y'all be doing." So I put it all into like one mashup, sent it to him. His people never got back to me, so I bought a ticket to his show, met him in person. I was like, "Yo, it's me. I did the skit about your show that y'all retweeted, then got flamed at work for it, and I'm the one who put that compilation together, but I didn't want to make it public without your permission." He was like, "No, man, you good. Go ahead and post it." So we was at work, and this dude was so we at work, and somebody texted me from the show. Was like, "Yo, Corey talking about you," and I was like, "Yeah, I met that dude from Orlando. He said he got in trouble because some hater homosexuals bothered him at work." His words, not mine. Don't cancel the podcast. He's like, "Yeah, some hater homosexuals bothered him at work." He's like, I don't know. He texted me about some video, and I literally texted him on air. I'm like, "Bruh, the name is Tafari. It's a compilation. It's 3 hours long. Here's the link." And then he read it. Oh shit, that nigga hit me and just laughed. So right after that, I had like 1,000 views on that. Had like 60 subscribers or 80 people come in. It's at like 120 now. So I went from like 150 to 300 subs in a year. Right. So small growth, but still growth. And now I got his phone number, so I hit him up sometimes when like stuff pops off. So I've made some connections I did not expect to make, but I'm not out here doing numbers or something you would think would, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, it's a slow grind. It's the grind we didn't know about, because I feel like a lot of these people have been doing it for years before they actually popped. Yeah. And now they just started at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not like you're starting late. You're just starting when I don't even know if YouTube is at its height yet.
Yeah, I feel like it was like in the early 2010s, and now it's falling off.
I don't even think so.
If they passed these like child protection laws, which
I see.
You have a whole YouTube Kids app for that. Why are you flagging everybody else down?
Because kids they don't have the decency to know what is what, and they'll just click the first thing that pops up. I guess that's the YouTube algorithm.
Like the people who are doing like 3D animations of like SpongeBob and like them doing perverted stuff to like Princess Elsa, I get it. Okay, get that out of here. That's some weird pedo stuff. But the rest of it's like they've been on it for a while. Like again, I still think of our generation, like Mark is still the GOAT, because we same age, and that man has got a whole mansion right now. Yeah. And I subscribed to him on Facebook because I got tired of getting tagged in his videos. So when they would do like the people take anime too far, and then he was like, "Okay, pull out my trap card," he would just get punched. It got to the point where I would go to his video first, comment, and be like, don't tag me. I've seen it. And then I get a tag from like someone like these guys. I get a tag from other people on the team. I get a tag from other friends who's at school with us. I'm like, do y'all not see my name here 6 different times? I've seen it.
No, they don't see it to fire.
But no, it's I feel we have the grindiest generation because we see so many other people make it who probably don't deserve the clout and have to keep doing clout chasing things to get up. Like, bro, if Supreme Patty ever becomes my manager, shoot me.
But they doing numbers.
They doing numbers, but it's the way you do numbers.
It doesn't matter at this point. At this generation, I mean, in this I should say in this time frame, because I don't want to say generation. It doesn't matter anymore because you have so many eyes, right? So you know,
the problem is social media is influential, and I can't.
But like,
I can't do some of the things they be doing just for.
Yeah, but at the same token, like Supreme Patty is like, this ain't for people my age. This ain't even people who are in their 20s. This for them cats that's 19, 18 that don't have a brain yet.
And the thing is, though, when you start linking up with people that's younger than you and have them same followings, like Lil Tay and all the little cancers, I'm like, all right, this is just calling Thanos right now. Just come snap all of it.
Okay, then. So then, Tafari, then what you trying to do with your YouTube?
I'm not saying like you can't do certain things, but
I'm not even.
But at the same time, if you need to put like a disclaimer this long in every skit that you do, so you don't get your account deleted, maybe you need to like rethink.
But people still watch this, so that's why we can't hate on it.
I'm not hating. I'm saying though, maybe look at the way you're going about things. If you feel the need to basically feel like, hey, I'm about to get deleted if this if one person feels offended by this.
I feel you on that.
Because I'm doing something that I know is far above and beyond necessary and normal.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm like, I get it. People simulate like sexual situations stuff to be funny, but you got to do that every single video, and everybody you collab with is somebody who went viral one time, and then we never hear from them again. That lets you know like y'all aren't even friends. Y'all using each other to climb the social ladder. And I know there was a documentary, I think it's called American Meme, where there was some girl on there basically crying because she tried to do that with Batch and it backfired. She's like, yeah, you know, me and him started doing vines together, and then he came bigger than me, and then, you know, I just stopped hearing from him. I'm like,
he just popped, you did it.
He popped, and you tried to use him, and it backfired. That's
life.
What happens when people have integrity.
Yeah.
Like, I got a buddy right now who makes GTA videos. His videos are hilarious, but he's like, I don't want to do some of the clickbaity things because you want to follow the people who are just like, oh, I like his content, I like his personality, not he's gonna let's see what risque thing he does next. Like everybody loved Boomp because he was a nutcase and walking around destroying stuff. But at no point if he gets on there trying to talk about something political, they're like, all right, man, go back to like kicking in bedroom windows and stuff.
Big facts.
So my thing is you don't want to build a following that's built off of like stupidity is my thing.
Yeah, so you want some substance. You want some
substance, and even if you do dumb stuff, let people know that, hey, this is not how I really am. This is all just like this is maybe like a character or persona. This isn't me. Because then you got people out here risking themselves, their own personal health, getting kicked in the nuts, ODing. Rest in peace to just, man, Juice WRLD did not need to go.
You like he highly, what? How would you say he's somebody you mess with a lot?
Honestly, no. I was like that. That's just me being sad. Because when I think about it, I'm like, I can't even hate on the new rappers because they all younger than us, and we only 24, 25 max.
Yes, sir.
And so 21, and he OD'd. I'm like, this. Somebody said it perfectly. This is exactly what J. Cole's trying to tell y'all in KOD.
Yeah.
Like
I also think that was some young boy shit, but because to do all those drugs just so you don't get popped,
and that's just it. Like, whether you a content creator, rapper, you gotta watch. You got around you the fact that everybody who was with Lizzo that night at the game was like, oh girl, you did was supporting that outfit and like, yeah, you need to go outside and wear. Everybody who supported you wearing that needs to just be off your squad.
Yeah, that's a little OC.
Or you probably fired them. Cause
I don't. My thing is with the Lizzo stuff. It's like every girl in America can do that, right? Like it's not. She's just using her weight as like an excuse. Every woman, if they feel like it, could wear a dress that shows they thong and that has their ass cheeks out. Like every woman can do that.
Is, though, like,
what's the point of it though?
I wouldn't even if I was into girls like that. I'm not picking you up after the game. You've been sitting on public seats all night. That was my first like gripe of disgust. I'm like, first off, your ass has been in public seats all night.
Those,
there's women
those
and
courtside, you know, they gotta use the Clorox wipes on them joints.
Look, man, I was a janitor. And I was a janitor in college. I sat in every seat I wasn't supposed to. I gave away many a toilet paper, some to people in this apartment. Basically, if you needed some kind of trash bag or some kind of support as a janitor, I got you. I guarantee there was a dirty cleaning suit in one of them seats that she was in.
Hey.
Also, there's children behind you. Like, people was like, "Oh, what about so and so?" I didn't like when Rihanna did it with the see-through suit. I didn't like when Azalea Banks did it with her ass.
Okay, but I think what they talk about with Lizzo personally is not necessarily that she did it. It's the fact that like she's using. I really think it's just the fact that like she's using her weight. We all get it, man. Ain't nobody shaming you no more.
Yeah,
man.
ain't nobody shaming the weight. It's the fact that everyone around you, including yourself, said that was okay to wear in public.
Like, bro, that's my point. Like, we all know that like it's getting to the point like where women are basically dressing. Excuse me. Women are basically dressing naked, and like as men, we're just supposed to be like, all right, cool. But like if we call you out and say that's indecent, they're gonna be like, who are you to tell me where to wear? Well,
we was just saying the same.
Men don't dress like that on cap.
No.
Men usually are fully clothed, and if you see them, they got their shirt off. Men do not walk around, and I should say they're shirtless at appropriate times. If they're on the beach, yes. If they're at the park playing on the ground,
If they hoop, yeah.
and they hooping, yes. If they're playing on a football field, yes. Appropriate times. Ain't no reason for you. You know, I sound a little misogynistic. I have to say.
No, it's not even misogyny.
Maybe I sound old school.
It's realness. If you say anything real, we were just talking about this. Twitter is a place for dumb people to feel special because they get enough like feedback off of it. Like there was a, like I got flamed by a bunch of angry moms for defending Nipsey Hussle before he died, because he said he basically started like a young boys camp. He's like, look here, nobody's worried about gang banging, their sexuality, blah 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 blah, and it was like he's homophobic and blah. I'm like, the focus is that he's taking them off the streets and teaching them how to be proper. I don't think he said anything wrong. So I tagged this one page I follow. I want your opinion, and they hit me back immediately out of fear. Nope, I'm against all bigotry, including homophobic law. I'm like, well, and then all the people was yelling at me about how these black boys should be governed were angry white moms. I'm like, I get it, you have a point where you're coming from, but do you see how you don't really have a...
Yeah, white women raising black men, y'all don't got no say. I hate to say it. Because there's nothing that, I'm just being real, like white women feel like they have some type of privilege to tell their son or daughter of another race what they should expect out of life when they've never experienced it. And that's why I feel like it's very problematic when you take these, and I hate, like, you know, because it's not like I'm not going out with a white girl right now, and I have to start thinking.
No, I've been there, but I was dumb and put the one person who didn't know to go through the "Are you racist?" ringer through it, because I've been did dirty so many times.
Yeah, see, my girl know better than that, because, you know, like, but my thing I always talk about is that it's not even about culture. It's literally about like something in this environment and in this country that you will never know. And I get you're a white woman and you feel like your voice can be heard, but this is a black individual, and before they see any other thing, they gonna see black.
That's why when I did the interracial dating sketch, I'm like, it's cool if you want to date outside. You need to make sure you got an ally and a teammate though that's gonna block bullshit off your back. Because the last you need is like people who I had around me senior year who was like, stuff will happen to me. They're like, just don't talk about it. You need to leave it alone. I'm like, no, you don't get where it comes. Like, I honestly told one of my friends, like, who was a teacher, I'm like, please make sure all your students are white. She's like, why? I'm like, because you are very catty with other women.
Yeah.
When it comes to black women and the ones who I hang with who are freshmen, I'm not trying to get at them. I'm just like an older brother. Like, when they at the party, when I'm at the party, like, it's that lookout. Like, when I'm at the party and I see them drunk, all right, all three, you get your ass in the Uber, go home. Like, it's that kind of relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're just, why is she so fake? Why does your hair look like that? Why does her... I'm like, don't you put highlights and goofy shit in your hair? I'm like...
It's
so she's like, why should I teach a class from all white? I'm like, because I don't need you saying no slick shit to some little girl who all of a sudden feels ashamed. She came to school with a fro and is now chemically straightening her hair to the point where it's falling out like one of my exes did till she was in her 20s until she finally came in her own in college. It was like, you know what? I don't need to do this. And some of my exes who are mixed, now that we're older, I realize, okay, dad didn't leave. Your mama was nutty, just kind of wanted him for stereotypical reasons. He realized it's the 90s, I'm not going to give full custody. I'm going to have to hit the reset button and dust this one off and charge to the game.
Wow. 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 Gems dropped, and it was, oh man.
Cause now, like, I got
I feel like this.
my friends. Like, I look at him on Facebook, and I'm just like, he looks so happy. I'm like, just message him. Like, I get that it's like you've never known him, but now that we are old and realize who really is the reason he's not here, it's not you. I would not, even if he doesn't say anything back, you could at least know, have closure. All right, he just really didn't want to deal with me. Okay, it was Mom's fault. Okay, something was going on back then, and now I can try to reconnect.
It's dangerous, man.
It's dangerous
why I
territory,
said-
and I would understand. My parents were high school sweethearts, still been together,
Yeah.
going strong.
It's dangerous territory. My thing is, I will always say this: you don't gotta like every white person. You
Yeah.
just gotta like the white people that like you. You don't gotta be friendly with all of them. You gotta be professional, and you gotta treat them cordially. But after that, deuce, I only support the white people that support
I
me.
was professional as hell at school when I was getting, when I got chewed about some of the dumb stuff that I got chewed out about. Like, never got written up, never got a ticket, never got suspended throughout high school, college, elementary school, whatever. The amount of like talkings to I got from like officials at our university, boy, there were some days I'm just like, dog, I'm not even like the offender here. I was just there when everyone got caught, but you like put me through the ringer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was one day my track coach had to come out to football practice, pull me aside. I was like, you know, you got some business to handle for the alcohol thing. I was like, this is like 6 months after the fact. This is supposed to be dealt with in like 30 days. He
Right.
pulled me out of practice and was like, you know, you got just the drinking thing. I was like, I dealt with that 6 months ago. We said it wasn't me. We agreed it wasn't me. I shouldn't have any points on my record. Blah, blah, blah. I literally read this man the rule book and said, right here, I shouldn't have yada, yada, yada going on. I shouldn't have this.
They want that paper, bro.
They ain't get a dime. They can fight me in the street.
They didn't want that. They want that paper, bro.
And then they send you to the counselors to make you feel like an alcoholic for filling out this questionnaire. So, what is it? They gave me a fee for not going to see the counselor. Then when I went to see the counselor, as I leave her office, I get an email about a negligence fee of another $50. So now I got $75 I need to pay for basically not doing anything. Go into our dean of students office. I'm like, I didn't do this. I was just there when everybody got caught.
Right.
Because I was chilling writing the paper, and y'all had me in there like the Boondocks when the cops had Tom because they thought he was the Xbox killer.
Yeah.
Can you shut your laptop? Turn off the TV? I'm like, you know I don't live here, right? Like, there's clearly 4 people in this room who live here. I'm on the couch writing the paper. Y'all basically interrogating me.
And you were the most sober one, so that even points. Oh, you probably, it's whatever.
I mean,
You
literally, they was drinking. They left out one beer. I had it, and literally, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So they left. Then they came back, and this is why I always kept Highland House receipts, because I just knew one day something was gonna happen, and they was gonna try to get me for it. I was like, nope, I was out drinking these nights, and these nights, because I'm a legal age. Get this off my account.
Hey,
You gotta,
you gotta beat them before they beat you.
and then that's being us in the Orange Man's America. You don't want to have to be prepared, but
But
when
you
you
gotta-
are,
you gotta.
you just like checkmate. But jumping back to where we segmented off of,
Connections.
we are not even that, just the whole like controversy
Oh,
of
yeah.
people and how they act and what. I think it was I was Corey Holcom's podcast. The man Zoe, he's like, I forget how he phrased it. Do you demand respect or do you command respect? Do you really feel like you have to go and act and dress a certain way in public for the people to see you a certain way, or do you just walk in the room and they should instantly know, hey, this is a person of this status and you can talk to them certain ways and you better respect them up to this quality? Because like, I want to listen to it afterwards. Lizzo probably has like my top 3 album of the year, possibly. I got to go back and see what I'll listen to. And her music is beautiful. It says, I've been hurt, I got problems, I'm working on it. Real life Lizzo says, I'm insecure and I'm fake like I'm proud of it, which I have seen when you grow up with all homegirls. That's exactly what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Rihanna was not a fan of her dressing like straight up see-through at the Grammys a couple years ago. But not once did she flinch and show like she was bothered by anyone at all.
Oh, she is a very secure woman.
That's what I'm saying.
But Beyonce don't even be dressing like half of these females no more.
Exactly. They try to get on her about the Super Bowl, and I'm like, yo, shut up.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's whatever. Tafari, man, it's been a lovely convo, man. I hope y'all enjoy. I feel like every time.
We jump from place to place, but this is just how it is.
But it's conversation, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just always so perplexed because it seems like you're doing this thing that you love, but you are going through probably the hardest part in any of our careers. Actually, it doesn't matter if you're trying to be a creative. It doesn't matter if you're trying to be in tech. It doesn't even matter if you're trying to be in marketing, sales, finance, whatever. It's the start. So, just in your limited amount of time, IG, how has life been treating you, and how do you feel in this moment in time?
Honestly, life is good. Like, I can't really complain. Bills is paid. My job is like gotten better since I now work on a less busier shift. I don't really sleep much anyway.
Right.
So on the day where my not so annoying supervisor's there, I'm literally on my phone like trying to chop stuff together, just like researching different things and trying to find out like better ways to grow my content or just as a person. Or I'm like reading stuff. Like right now, it's like not free promo. I'm just keeping you all up to date what I'm up to. So right now, whose clothing I'm wearing, my guy Ozzy, who I actually found as my neighbor now. Like this man has had all our creators wear his stuff, and I went and met him at Universal because I have this and a Boondocks tee in my bag. And he said, "Yeah, we just bought a house in Ocoee." He showed me where it was. I'm like, "Dog, you live like right next to me now." So another connection, and then just I don't know. I'm just chilling. So I'm home with my family. Trying to help my brother get into the groove of high school. He's still figuring himself out.
Bro, you're not gonna figure your stuff out until you.
Nah, he's getting there. He's developed a style. He's got a haircut and everything now.
I'm coming to the point that you don't actually figure out who you are until you're about like that age self. So like your youth, you probably don't figure it out till you're probably like 20.
He's still trying to figure out what he does and doesn't like. Like he's trying to talk to girls, but he goes to school with the ghetto, loud yelling at 6 a.m.
So he's not gonna like that type.
No, he already says they scare me.
Yeah, of course.
He's like no, he's like those girls scare me. Why are they that loud this early in the morning?
Yeah.
So it was rough for him because he went in with two of my cousins.
Yeah.
One is a starting QB of the football team and a senior, so he's already got his clique established.
All right.
The other one is his little sister. She's a freshman, but she's already a varsity cheerleader.
All right.
So they both kind of hit the ground running, whereas he's like, every club I want to join has been closed or canceled or the teacher got cut. So he's developed his own little haircut style, his own little swag that he wears now. So he's getting there. So other than that, home is good. Work is chill. I'm still out here trying to create whenever I get free time.
Man,
And I'm trying to up the quality.
I feel you on
And it's just out here. I had to unfollow some certain people because it's just like you were either bringing me down or I'm paying too much attention to
the negativity. Yeah.
Like my boy RZA said yesterday in his live, unfollow 10 people who just aggravate you every time they post, and follow 10 pages this year for like the next decade for 2020. Unfollow 10 cancerous pages. Follow 10 that like feed and grow your mind.
Oh yeah, it'll change your life. I did that recently. I did that with my own Twitter, right? Because it was just I was getting tired of seeing like basically just people having sex, like ignorant stuff.
Porn is going on January 1st. Don't worry.
Oh, that's fine. I'm all for it. So I just was like, bro, this is so dumb. Like, you don't do anything. And then I was like, all right, I'm just going to unfollow a bunch of people. Then I started following, like, people who be posting, like, creative, inspirational stuff. And I'd be like, my whole brain shifted. Like, it's like a real weird thing. And now I'm in the type of space where all I'm doing now is creating and I'm sitting. Creating and I'm sitting. Trying to figure out these new and inventive ways to not only produce content, make this money, but also just better my damn self. Because we don't always have to do it the same way.
Yeah, we all got to try and fail and learn, live and learn a little bit.
Exactly. So, all right, I got one more question.
Go for it.
I need to know, Tafari, because you talked about your brother, and you got your whole little niche. How it like this idea that like now that black people can be weird. I want to hear what your perspective is on it.
My brother runs like whole discords now for like Destiny and like anime talk, and he's trying to get me to watch certain shows. I'm like, I ain't got the time. Like he's trying to get me into like Demon Slayer and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He's like, I'm caught up on Fire Force. I'm like, how? I'm like, oh yeah, high school and you got everything on your laptop. You get done by the time you get off the bus.
Yes, sir.
I come home and like
that's like 2 hours. Like you don't want to give that up to anything.
It's not even like give that up. It's like if I come home late, which I go to the gym now after work. So if I come home, everyone's getting up at 7. I can't get in the shower till like 9. Right. I got off at 5, so I'll go to bed at 10, get up at 6, and I'm like, all right, I got 2 hours. I can play like a game, or I can watch TV, and I'm like...
You live with too many people.
Basically. If Orlando wasn't a city that catered to the people that visit more than the people that live there, rent wouldn't be asinine. Because I got so many friends who just moved home because it's not that they didn't want to live by themselves, just rent just went up too much, and they're like, I might as well buy a house. What they be asking, like $1,500 for like a 2-bedroom? Out of here.
Yeah, sir. You definitely should pay for a mortgage instead.
So it's so for the most part, life is okay. Can't complain. I'm trying to make slight improvements here and there. I'm trying to like use the space I have to try and be as creative as possible. Only thing I don't like is when people ask for my help, whether it be like with some campaign or something. I don't like when people, I realize this about myself, I don't like when your expectations of me are basically imaginary and now you want me to live up to these expectations that you've created that I never said I could do.
Right.
Because I had one lady hit me up, she's like, I just need help putting like a video together like you did for the commissioners when their election. Say I need lights, like a green screen, like a soundboard. I'm like, hey, whoa.
I didn't do that.
I got none of that. I have this tripod and this phone, and that is it. Like Studio A, B, C, and D are all 4 walls of my bedroom.
Yeah.
With some extra space in this closet. I'm making the most of this one room I got. Please do not even trip. And I can't even like record in people's home. So I have a window of like, what is it, Wednesday and Thursday when the house is empty to do something. That's if the dog will shut the hell up.
Right.
So when I have more, my content will get better probably if I ever live alone. But for now, I'm doing the best I can with what I got. And that's all we can do.
All we can do.
Any other final questions?
You didn't answer a question. I said, what is it like to? What is it to be
Oh,
weird
as
and
far
black?
as being weird and black, proud now because I remember people giving me so much shit in college. Like he likes anime. Tangent.
First of all, anime had never been the problem. I was watching anime in college.
And you would think, but so many people say, okay, but you can't be like coming from your neighborhoods and like anime. I'm like, why not? Because y'all give me crap about it, and so do them dudes I used to live with who were
black people were I just keep wanting to say like black people really drive the culture. Black people been watching anime since like the damn
exactly.
90s.
So all them creators we talked about, they done brought it to the forefront. I'm like, cool, because I've been saying this for years, and everybody kept tagging me because I was the black watching anime person they knew, and I'm like, I've seen it. I'm in this skit 6 times in the comments.
Yeah.
Quit tagging me. Yes, I watch anime, but it's not like some secret shame I have that you got to tag me about. Clearly, they do it loud and proud.
Yeah.
They got a whole convention now of people who come out and do that. And the fact that it's on the forefront now, like being weird is no longer weird. It's now acceptable.
Yeah.
I don't like people who try and do the hype and just like, okay, I'm gonna do cosplay to promote my OnlyFans, but it's
fans only.
OnlyFans, Celeb TV, many videos. No, I know way too many of these websites because
that makes you just be selling yourself.
Basically, because
Yeah.
so many girls I knew who were supposed to pop in high school fell off, and now they got one.
Mm-hmm.
If you go through my following on Instagram, anybody who was a stripper or otherwise was not that when I followed them like 4 years ago. I promise you.
Yeah.
Life happened. Some baby daddies came in and out, and no pun intended, baby. Stuff happened. I'm being a lot cleaner than I normally would on conversation. When this camera cut off, it's about to be a lot worse.
Hey man.
But no, so to answer your question, being weird is no longer, especially if you're black, do not be ashamed. There's a song I want y'all to listen to by Logic. It's called "Don't Be Afraid to Be Different." Will Smith gets a bar in there.
Ooh. Ooh.
The Fresh Prince comes out of retirement. But no, anime is now in the forefront. I've been saying it for years, and now that other people are on it and just like, people are no longer DMing me like on the sly, shamefully, like, oh yeah, so I've been trying to watch Dragon Ball. Or, I heard about the show. I heard about My Hero. Could you recommend me a site? I'm like, man, you could have just texted me this. Like, you didn't need to go in the DMs where it's like a secret.
Bro, I watched all of Naruto Shippuden like the last month of my senior year of college. So I was like, you know,
I went and took like all my siblings, then the next year all my friends, and then this year me and all my homeboys to see Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, and then Broly.
I don't like the new Dragon Ball Z, so I stopped with the what was it? I stopped when they basically just rewrote GT.
GT is now an alternate timeline, basically.
Yeah,
because
basically.
the creator wasn't in on GT.
I know. I know the whole story. But
honestly, Super's not bad. If you watched
watched Super. I watched like the battle of what heroes, and I was like,
Tournament of Power. Yeah.
Tournament of Power. I'm sorry. Ultra Instinct was weak.
Goku Black Arc was my favorite, although
Ultra Instinct was weak. Goku Black was, but it's like
Funimation, y'all been fucking up lately. That is my F-bomb. I'm sorry. They just that movie did way too well for the BS that happened afterwards. And for those who know what I'm talking about, we basically had a whole anime Me Too moment where the voice actor for Broly not during the press run, not during the movie. It was like, hey, Broly made $100 million, and then out of nowhere, this hashtag starts like, all right, we gotta kick Vic. I was like, what? So then I see all these weird anime heads posting photos from conventions, which means you stood in line and paid to take it.
Right.
Oh, look how uncomfortable I look. He hugged me so tight. I'm like, I do that every time I come home from college. I don't know my own strength. We've been working out for 6 months and eating enough to survive.
Man.
So these people come out and like, okay, we need to get him out of here. Funimation needs to fire him, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, Funimation follows me. I'm in like the private Funimation Facebook group one of the employees added me into.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, what's going on? So then I see one girl, and everyone's like, all right, leave her alone. She's kind of like autistic. I was like, all right. Then she posts a second photo. Like, and look, see, he hugged me tightly here too. So this man assaulted you a first time, and you went back for second 6 years later. Yeah, y'all are caught full of crap. So then the new girl who voices Bulma comes out and is like, guys, he never did any of that stuff to fans. But he did it to me and some of my coworkers. All right, not gonna say anything else. Okay, bye. So then everyone else is just like,
what is going on?
What? No, you don't just get to just say that and just dip. We need answers.
Right.
So then she starts angrily tweeting, I'm not gonna take any of this harassment and blah 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 blah. And now you have people calling Broly a rapist, and I'm just like, the thoughts took down Broly better than the Saiyans did.
Man.
So now that man's out of, basically without ever being convicted of anything. The whole dub cast, this is Goku, Vegeta, of all basically, they all turned on this man, dragged him on the internet, gets fired from Broly, Fighters, his interview on the DVD got cut. He's no longer in the video games. He got fired from other voice acting jobs with other separate companies.
That's messed up.
So then he takes him to court. And everyone's like, oh yeah, look, if he loses, he goes to jail. I'm like, no, he's suing the accusers for never coming forward with any viable proof that he did anything. Yeah. And he
lost. That should have been an investigation.
There was, so I posted in the Funimation group. I was like, all right, so we're going to talk about it. Boom, that post got deleted. So they basically came out in the group and said, yeah, we're letting go of Vic. We no longer want to blah, 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 blah. We're going to cease all production with him. I'm like, don't you need a legal reason or like at least a lawsuit?
No, you do not in cancel culture.
That's what I hate about cancel culture. You now have, I think it's C, the guy who says that no one cares about the truth when the lies are more entertaining.
Yep.
And then it's now about the court. It's now about the court of public opinion.
By the way.
Yeah, Leonard. It's now about the court of public opinion, which pisses me off.
That's the world we
live in. Because he had to go sue them and then lost, which now means he basically gets nothing.
Right.
So people are just like, well, yeah, you see, he's a rapist. I'm like, y'all went from inappropriate coworker to rapist. That's a huge leap. Y'all need to run that one back. So gets fired. Now he's out of a job. Broly just came to the video game as DLC. So who do they get? Johnny Young Bosch. For those of you who don't know, Ichigo from Bleach, who's actually a good friend. And word is, this man is voicing his lines and sending them in. So he's basically like, I see how y'all did my boy. Y'all were all cool.
So you making a toxic work environment means I don't want to be in it.
Basically, he's like, I'm going to just do all this from my home studio like we doing right now. I'm going to email it to you. Don't ask me to come hang out. Don't ask me to do the press run. I ain't kicking it with the Texas clique. Because y'all were all best friends until stuff got wild and y'all threw my boy under the bus. I ain't doing it. So if anybody should come take your job, it's somebody you trust at least. I just think we should flip it and steamroll us into getting Bleach's anime back. The final arc was fire, and they did not deserve the treatment they got. They ended on a trash arc in the anime. Then they had the manga going, and they were like, by the way, you got 30 chapters. So all these characters we have built up to come back and have their final fights got like a panel or a page of them doing some dope stuff.
Fire, let her go.
It's not even let it go. It's because they've done some spin-offs. The creators done like some...
Fire, you have to let it go.
See, I would have let it go if the flame would die out, but the flame has been relit. They recently had like a spin-off manga called Burn the Witch, which takes place in the same... This was last year.
I never liked Bleach, man. Let it go.
You got to give it a chance.
No, it takes way too long to get into the story arc.
I
do not need Ichigo. I do not need 100 episodes of him realizing that he's a Reaper. Like, I get it, bro.
It's not even that he realized he's a Reaper. It's that the fact that each arc basically is more the realization of who he actually is. So when...
A Reaper, Hollow, both. I get it. It's a dichotomy.
Basically.
Oh,
it's so
good, bad.
It's the backstory and the build up while having these fights is what makes it great. Like even if you just watch the fights, the show is decent. Like the fact that he fought.
Do I need 100 episodes?
No, you can literally just watch the fights. Him and Grimmjow, that was just a battle of like two rivals. Ulquiorra was like, all right, you can't be stopped.
All right, let's stop.
No, it's like literally, like if you look at it, it's like, all right, these two dudes just want to fight because they want to see who's more stronger.
Yeah.
This dude wants to fight him because he's serving his master, but he's like, you can't kill me, I can't stop you. So let's see who wins. So stuff like that is cool.
Okay.
So
I'll give it to you.
there's nice dynamics in some of the final battle fight. Like,
I'll give it
you
to
want to know what's about to get crazy? Attack on Titan. The stuff I'm reading right
Don't
now.
watch Attack on Titan, and we do not. Okay, I do not watch Attack. I couldn't get into that one either. Tafari, man, I'm gonna stop you because I know you're about to go for like 2 hours.
Oh no, it's not even 2 hours. I'm just saying, if for those who watch this final season, you is on some Godbreaker stuff.
Tafari,
Yes, sir.
it's been a lovely time, but
Yeah.
I got the jet.
Yeah, he's got to get back and record his main show now.
Yeah, I do. I really do. I do. But you know what? I'm not even gonna end this out. You got to end this one, sir. This is all you.
Yeah,
So what
well,
you got to say?
Where is my? Since we're recording and I know y'all can't spell to save your life,
Oh wow, Tafari.
I keep this just in case I end up on somewhere. So for those who can't read, that is my Facebook. It is TAFARI TV. Twitter TAFARI AKATOON.
This man came prepared.
What is it? I've had this for like a year. Instagram TAFARI_30. Those are all my social medias, and then my YouTube is the same thing. Tafari TV. Just spelled it out for you. Rewind it if you didn't hear it the first time. So I don't have Charles' thing memorized. What is it? Whether you're up high,
Somewhere down low,
low,
somewhere in the middle. Just remember to keep on living.
Yes, sir. Also, I'll be back up here in May. My incentive for y'all to make sure that these guys bring me back. In May, tell them to bring me back because I have a funny story to tell about Omo in our football days.
What is the story?
You'll find out in May.
Yo, wow, they got all the smoke for me.
So they have incentives now to bring me back.
Hey man, keep it lovely, royalty. I'm gonna need y'all to chillax, and I don't know what the story is, so I don't need to be embarrassed on the TV or on the audios. Deuce.